Hello. So I'm going to talk about my emotional response to self-inventory. Just want to own up to particular events, especially after I was 18. I didn't leave. It's first thing. 20 years old, I got really upset. I was really upset that year. Said I hated relationships. But in true, how I felt really was that I wanted out. I wanted out of people like my family that were obnoxious, mean, annoying, frustrating, and I didn't want to just leave it, obviously. For some reason, biggest thing that I've learned about myself is that I feel my emotional state has to be taken care of in some way. You know, it's like any emotional state of any human. If it's not taken care of in some way around, you know, around the people that you're around, then you're gonna end up like in the space I was in. My confidence was not up because of the people I was around. They didn't create that love for my intelligence. They only craved what level they were staying at, whether it was Francesca or Paula or Jean Pierre. Because if I'm doing what I'm doing for my relationship now, if I'm wanting to, it's only because I'm forced to, in their opinion. There's no way I could actually have this individual love for Jax, who I'm with, and want to do all these things without being forced to or assuaged to in some way. But that's how I was there. That's how they treated me. That's why they're saying that. That's why all my family back home, their homes, are saying that. Because they don't see themselves doing that with the person they love. With the people they love. So when I was 20, I ended up saying I hated relationships. That whole year was a spike of me feeling this way and not leaving. In fact, someone told me, I remember a group of friends, one of them told me, you should leave, you should move out if this is how you're feeling about something. And I just disregarded it. But the truth is, I felt this hate and hurt, and I blamed others. A group of friends, I just blew up. Guess popped off, as they say. And that's what I did there. And I kept quiet at times too, when it was really close people where Jean Pierre was saying, keep this a secret, okay? And this is about loyalty. Problem with that is that years later I was told the same thing with Grandma. And I think I should bring this up in the moment. I remember going to Black Star Canyon, investigating, and on our way back, I got really upset. And I realize now why I was upset. It's because Jean Pierre put me in the same loyalty position as Francesca did. Don't tell Jean Pierre about this certain thing. And Mamina and Francesca would always say that shit. So Jean Pierre was doing the same shit as Francesca. And it was held over in me for so long that I was annoyed. I was angered. So yeah, there was an anger coming from me for Jean Pierre and everything because he wanted me to do the same thing as Francesca did. To keep a loyalty with the person, even though it's a lie. Even though it's just keeping information from somebody. And looking at those events and looking at what happened from, let's say, what else happened? Just me being a green lighter for everybody I was around. Saying at that point in 2007, I hated relationships, but in reality, I was green lighting almost everybody I knew. Using different things to make it seem like, oh, I'm hitting on you, I'm flirting on you, even though I didn't want a relationship, especially at that time where I was saying that. And I think the biggest thing I have to be responsible and self-inventory for is that I never spoke up about what I truly wanted, what I desired. I always accepted what everybody else wanted and desired. And that's great. But the problem is I didn't speak up for myself. And I remember back in 2007, one of the biggest incidents, a friend of mine, Brian, noticed it and said to one girl that we were all talking, the three of us were talking, And he said, "Oh, Marcello would be okay with open relationships." And I always think about that because it's true to what they know about me. They don't know anything about me. I didn't talk about myself. So from that, it's hard to even know, hey, what does this person want from a relationship? Or is he just okay with anything? And I've had to set boundaries. I've had to change what I feel to what I actually feel, not to what anybody else actually feels about their desires and wants. And that's what I'm doing now. That's a self-inventory, is basically I'm setting boundaries. Love you guys.